Hello. So today is June 23rd, 2016, and this is like third or fourth time I've tried to make this video. And so, you know, when Yah wants us to actually say something, it's all to His glory anyway. So I have a passage that I need to read to regarding the dream that I had. So hopefully this is it. So we'll see. So praise Yah. So I had this dream about 6 weeks ago. It's around the middle of May, I think the 18th or something like that. And so I just want to add it in here to the diary, and to Yah be all the glory. You know, there's nothing new under the sun. We have all the revelation through the scriptures, and so no new revelation as far as you know, some type of new thing coming out. It's just a deeper revelation of what's already been given to each of us personally. So I just praise Yah that he utilizes these dreams and visions to bring me closer to Him and try and teach me and show me the deeper meaning of His words and what He's trying to convey. So here we go. The dream starts out, I'm walking in the woods, and it's probably like fall because there's some leaves on the trees and some not, and it's sunny out, and so I look up at the sun, and then I look back, you know, straight in the woods, and I see this eel thing flying through the air with the head of a snake. And this thing's coming at me, and so it engulfs me all the way down to my feet. But it doesn't consume me. And then it releases me, and at that moment I'm in a bubble, protected. And so for me that was like kind of at the point that I came to the knowledge of Messiah and salvation and the protection. So as I'm walking in the woods now, again, in this bubble, I have on wooden pants, cedar pants. And I'm able to walk in these pants. It's not like really cumbersome to walk in them. It's just like regular pants, but they're made out of cedar wood. Which seems strange because you would think that it would be hard to walk in, but they weren't. And I also have a staff with me. Now, this staff has the name of Elohim on it. I don't know if it was just the shin, I didn't write this part down, or if it was the Yod-He, Wah-He in the ancient Hebrew, not the hieroglyphics, but like the ancient Hebrew letters. I want to say it was just the shin, but I can't be sure. And I know that obviously this stick has the authority. And as I'm walking through the woods, I see Pharaoh's headdress, like Pharaoh's head, and like his bust area, like a few feet in front of the staff. And I know that represents the system that is against Messiah, and that this staff, this walking stick, has authority over that. Like I said, there's nothing new under the sun, right? And then I'm taken to the ocean side at the beach, and there's a pier, and the waters are black. I mean black, like oil black, and you can't consume them. They're just too black. They're like oil, like an oil spill, like kind of black. And we know that the waters can represent nations, so the sin of the nations. So after that, I'm taken up in the sky, and I am at a place where there's a a bubble with a light coming through it, somebody's dwelling place. And this person is somebody that I follow, and he is a follower of Messiah and of the feasts and the covenant and stuff like that. So from his property is coming a great light and a bubble. And when I go to tap on it with the butt of the staff, at the end, it's very firm. The bubble is very firm. And I knew at that moment that everything was very secure in this area. It was good. It was good that it was firm. And then I was again walking through the woods with this staff, and I came across a brother at where I go to assembly, and he was happy to see me. We greeted each other. We were just very happy to see each other. And he was living in something like the size of like 3 deer blinds put together and kind of constructed like that. So it was like a basic shelter about that size. And so, and he was living in there. Okay, so I'm still with these cedar pants on too, so all this time. And then I'm inside this bunker, and I knew that the bunker was for the elite people. So it had like swimming pools and tennis courts and salons and living quarters and food, and like anything that you would have on the surface was available in this bunker. And then they had like a force, like a Navy SEALs type-esque force that was protecting them. And then I saw that they were being infiltrated by this group of Muslim. And these Muslims had machine guns, and they had like a red and white checkered headdresses on. And I didn't know. I'm not very versed in everything that's going on over at the Middle East, so I didn't know that was Saudi Arabia. Like the elite of Saudi Arabia wears those. That's what they wear, the red and the white checkered. So anyway, so the red and white checkered headdresses, people with that, on, were the ones invading them. And I knew that somebody from the inside of the bunker had betrayed them, and so the elite forces were trying to secure the bunker from being, taken out by these people shooting at them. So then I was outside. I was outside again, outside of the bunker and seeing this. And then I saw that this Bible appeared, and it got sucked like right into my heart. It kind of reminded me like how that ephod had taken place, where it kind of had sucked onto my body. And then I was brought up into the heavens, and I saw the top part of this wooden armor being, I guess, being constructed for me, so that everything would be covered. And so when they were constructing it, it was obviously form-fitting. And while I was there waiting for it to be finished, there was also a Jewish gentleman there also being outfitted for this whole body wooden, cedar wood outfit. Especially made for, our certain specs. So, and then when it got put on me, it was like one uniform it wasn't like two pieces. It was just one uniform piece that I was wearing at that moment. And it came, you know, that comes to the those two wooden things. They bring to mind, you know, the stick of Judah and the stick of Ephraim being brought together into one stick. And also, cedar wood was used for cleansing, and it was for the leprosy and stuff like that. So, the cedar wood, we are the temple of Elohim, and he lives within us. And Solomon's temple was constructed out of cedar wood. And so, you know, it's about being righteous and following Messiah and living and walking in righteousness. And that's why I was walking around in these wooden pants. And then I was getting the whole, and as the more we consume the word, the more we can put on righteousness. Hallelujah. And so it was just a beautiful picture of putting on righteousness, repenting, and walking out our salvation. And in Leviticus 14, I'm just going to read the first few verses here. Then Elohim spoke to Moshe, saying, "This shall be the law of the leper for the day of his cleaning. And he shall be brought to the priest, and the priest," am I moving the thing here? "And the priest shall go out of the camp, and the priest shall examine him. And indeed, if the leprosy is healed in the leper, then the priest shall command to take him who is to be cleansed 2 living and 2 clean birds, cedar wood, scarlet, and hyssop. And the priest shall command that one of the birds be killed in an earthen vessel over running water. And for the living bird he shall take it, the cedar wood, and the scarlet, and the hyssop, and dip them in the living bird into the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. And he shall sprinkle it 7 times on him who is cleansed from leprosy, and shall pronounce him clean. And he shall let the living bird loose in the open field. He who is cleansed shall wash his clothes, shave off his hair, and wash himself in water, that he may be clean. And after he shall come into the camp, and shall stay outside his tent 7 days. But on the 7th day he shall shave off all of his hair of his head, his beard, and his eyebrows, and his hair he shall shave off. And he shall wash his clothes, and wash his body in water, and he shall be clean." So it's just a wonderful foreshadow of the Messiah and his blood cleansing us, and us being sprinkled by his shed blood. And hallelujah. So I hope this has been a blessing to you. And may God bless you and keep you, and may his face shine upon you. Hallelujah.